Today we're putting a tasty twist on a classic favorite, Sloppy Joes. But this time, we're using hearty lentils as our star ingredient, paired with a vibrant coleslaw for extra crunch and nutrition. The first step is simple, yet very important. I'm going to wash my hands before we start. Washing your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds will prevent the spread of germs from your hands to your family's food. Let's start with our coleslaw. For this recipe, we're using 1 bunch of kale, but you can use Swiss chard, spinach, mustard greens, collard greens, or bok choy as your dark leafy green. I've chopped my kale in half of a red onion. You can chop your dark leafy green to your liking. I'll be using the other half of the onion for my Sloppy Joes. Let's start our oil and vinegar mixture to bring this coleslaw to life. I'm going to grab my small bowl here and start adding my ingredients. I'm adding 1/4 cup of white wine vinegar, 1/4 cup of olive oil, and 1 tablespoon of sugar. Now let's use a fork to mix everything together. I'm pouring the mixture in with the greens. Now that our oil and vinegar mixture is in there, I'm going to massage the greens with my hands for about 1 to 2 minutes. Before I do that, I'll wash my hands again. I'm squeezing them by the handful. This will make the greens more tender and less bitter. Let's finish up this coleslaw. I have 1 grated medium apple here. Then I'm going to add my 4 grated carrots, my chopped onions, and 1/4 cup of dried cranberries. I'm going to mix everything together here with some tongs. Now that everything is mixed, leave this aside. If it's going to be out longer than 15 minutes, refrigerate until ready to serve. Time to start our Sloppy Joes. The unique thing about this recipe is that we're using lentils for our protein instead of ground beef. The lentils are the star of this recipe. Lentils, like beef, are high in protein and iron, but offer additional nutritional value with their high fiber and various vitamins and minerals like folate and potassium. Lentils also contain less saturated fat compared to beef, which makes them a more heart-healthy protein alternative for Sloppy Joes. Lentils are also easier to prepare compared to other dried legumes. This makes them a low-hassle substitute for meat to try out with other recipes. Cook your lentils according to the package instructions. After your lentils are cooked, make sure you keep them warm while you finish the recipe. Let's start the sauce for the Sloppy Joes. Let's add 1 8-ounce can of tomato sauce, 2 tablespoons of yellow mustard, 2 tablespoons of barbecue sauce, 1/2 tablespoon of ground cumin, 1/2 tablespoon of chili powder, and 1/2 tablespoon of garlic powder to the bowl. I'm going to mix everything with a fork until it's combined. Let's set this aside for now. In a pan, I'm going to add 1/2 tablespoon of cooking oil and heat the pan on medium-high heat. Now we'll add the chopped onion. I'm going to saute these until the onions become clear and slightly browned. I'm going to add my cooked lentils and my Sloppy Joe sauce to the pan with my onions. Let's reduce the heat and let our Sloppy Joe mixture simmer for about 10 minutes. Now that it's been about 10 minutes, let's check our Sloppy Joe mixture. Wow, this smells absolutely incredible and I can't wait to dig in. I'm going to put some of this Sloppy Joe mixture on a whole grain bun. Now, I'm going to put some of this coleslaw on my plate with the Sloppy Joe. These Sloppy Joes are packed with flavor and protein and a satisfying crunch, and it's a great way to embrace plant-based foods. Enjoy, and don't forget to mix it up with new toppings. And visit us at foodtalk.org for more healthy and delicious recipes.